Welcome to the Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. As we begin the new year 2020, it falls on Wednesday, January 1st. What do we have on Wednesday? We have NXT versus AEW, the Wednesday Night Wars. The war has begun. As we sit here, we have 3 months under our belt of AEW Dynamite, 3 months NXT live on USA. What have we found out in these 12 weeks? AEW's has been 8-3-1 in ratings. They won 7 straight. The last 3 weeks, 1-1-1. NXT had a Christmas special. AEW did not. You had kind of what you thought you'd have. You had the lead up to AEW Full Gear. AEW won. The aftermath show of AEW Dynamite. AEW won. The go-home show to NXT TakeOver War Games, which also was kind of a lead up to Survivor Series because NXT was on there. NXT won. The show coming out of those 2 shows, NXT won. So you kind of have people tuning in and seeing for those big shows. The first 3 weeks of AEW had over 1 million views. The least amount they've gotten is 663,000. NXT peaked on November 20th at 916. On the night before Halloween, they had 580 on October 30th. Now, do these ratings really mean what they used to mean? If you look back in the Monday Night Wars, the Attitude Era, that's what everybody's trying to compare this to. We ain't there, people. Come on. We ain't there at all. Here's why. In 1995, when you wanted to watch WWF or WCW, you had 2 options. Record one on a VCR, watch the other one. Or watch one live and watch the other one on tape. Here's what I did. I wasn't home. I was working. I taped the first hour of Nitro. Because Nitro was from 7 to 9. They replayed at 9 to 11. Raw was 8 to 10. Taped 7 to 8 Nitro. 2 hours Raw. The second hour Nitro. That's how I did it. That's how I watched it. You had to pick and choose which one you watched. In 2019, 2020, there ain't no picking and choosing, people. Everyone out there has DVR if you have cable service. You have a DVR or you have a HD recorder. You record one, you watch the other one. Okay, a lot of people have cut the cord. A lot of people are streaming only. You stream it on TNT. You stream it on Hulu. Ever how you use your streaming, you stream one, you go over and stream the other. These ratings are set-top boxes only. They are not anything to do with streaming. I watch it on the TNT app for AEW. I watch it on the USA app for NXT. Do I record it on my DVR? Yes, I do. Do I always get to watch it on the DVR? No. Sometimes I'll watch it at work. I'll watch it on demand. Those don't count. If you look at the Raw matches we've had, so I'm going to go over the 10 best matches of AEW, the 10 best matches of NXT. Now, these are just AEW Dynamite, NXT for this 3 months. This is only during the wartime. So in AEW, their best 10 matches during AEW Dynamite. On the 8th episode, on November 20th, we had Dr. Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida. I gave it 3.5 star. Shida won. Number 9 on the list comes from the first ever Dynamite on October 2nd. 6-man tag, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz. With the Enter Circle winning, I give it 3.5 star. Number 8 comes from the 3rd episode of Dynamite on October 16th. We had Jon Moxley and Pac teaming up versus Adam Page and Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega and Page won. I gave it 3.5. Number 7 comes from December 4th, which is the 10th episode of Dynamite. Joey Janela versus Jon Moxley. Moxley getting the victory. I gave that 3.5. Number 6 on the list comes from the first ever AEW Dynamite. Comes from the first ever match in AEW Dynamite history. Cody Rhodes. I don't care. His name is Cody Rhodes. Call him Cody sometimes. Call him Cody Rhodes. versus Sam Guevara. Cody getting the victory. I give it 3 3/4 star. Number 5 on the list comes from the 3rd episode of Dynamite on October 16th. For the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, we had Le Champion, Chris Jericho versus Darby Allin. Le Champion retained his title here, 3 3/4 star. Number 4 on my list comes from the 4th episode of Dynamite, October 23rd, tag team match, Private Party versus the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. Lucha Brothers won that match. I gave it 4 star. Next match came from episode number 8, which was on November 20th. I gave a single match, Nick Jackson versus Rey Fenix. I gave it 4 star. On the same episode, on November 20th, we had Moxley versus Darby Allin. I also gave that 4 star, and Moxley got the victory there. And what I think it was the best match, AEW Dynamite. 2nd episode, part of the tag team title tournament. The Young Bucks, the Bucks of Young versus Private Party. Private Party getting the victory. I give that fucker 4.5 star. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's what I gave it. Now we look over at NXT, the 10 best matches. All but one match was 4 star. And 9 4-star matches to 4 4-star matches for AEW. For NXT, these are the 10 best matches only from October 2nd and through Christmas. That's it. So anything before that, it's going to be a whole separate video. This is just about the wars. Now, listen to some of the matches that the NXT has done trying to win the war when they've won 3 of 12 and they tied 1. On December 18th, NXT Women's title on the line. Shayna Baszler versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley becoming NXT Women's Champion in 3 3/4 star match. On the same episode, the first match on the card, NXT Championship, Finn Balor versus Adam Cole. Baby! That's how you start NXT. That's why you won that week. Adam Cole retaining his NXT Championship in a 4-star match versus Finn Balor. The week before, December 11th, we had a triple threat number 1 contender match. Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, Keith Lee. The winner went on to face Cole, which we know is Finn Balor. I gave that 4 star. November 20th, which is a week that they won the ratings. That was a lead up to Survivor Series and lead up to TakeOver. We had the Undisputed Era versus the Revival. 4-star match. October 16th, we had Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest. So Undisputed Era won that tag match. Damian Priest versus Dunne. Damian Priest got the victory. I gave it 4 star. Number 5 on the list comes from the 2nd episode during the war on October 9th. Kushida versus Walter. Walter getting the victory. I gave it 4 star. The week that the ratings tied, which was December 11th, NXT Cruiserweight title on the line. Angel Garza versus champion Leo Rush. Angel Garza won the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. I gave it 4 1/4. The very first episode of NXT tag titles, Street Profits versus the Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era retained. I gave it 4 1/4. October 23rd, a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Keith Lee versus Dominik Dijakovic versus champion Roddy Strong. Roddy Strong retained his title, 4.5 star. And the best match from NXT during the war era since October came from October 2nd, NXT title line, Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole. Baby! 4.5 star, Adam Cole retained the title. NXT has put on some of the greatest matches of the year during this short period. They've only won 3 ratings and 1 tie. Because you can watch NXT on the USA app. You can watch it on WWE Network the next day. You have more ways to watch NXT than you do AEW. That's why they're winning. Plain and simple. Match-wise, NXT all the way, baby. But, you know, sometimes AEW, as long as they just do what they're doing, they don't do anything stupid, they just kind of build on what they're building on, I think they're going to be fine. 1 year ago today, the wrestling world got turned upside down when at midnight Pacific time, we see the Tokyo Dome in the background, we see Cody, the Young Bucks, Adam Page, with their phones, the countdown clock on being the Elite ended at midnight Pacific time to nothing. Double or Nothing pops up on 3 phones. Adam Page, guys, I got something different. Flips his phone around. All Elite Wrestling. That is when the world changed. As we built this entire year with that, we have the war has begun. AEW, NXT. In 2020, who wins the war? Now, on Robert Sports Show, I've talked about this before, have a little blog. If you go down to the comments, right above the comments section, there's going to be a hyperlink. It's going to be robsportshow.wixsite.com. Click on that hyperlink. It's going to take you to almost like a blog, I guess you call it. I'm going to keep all the ratings there, all the ones already up. I'm going to do some other stuff there as well. It's not going to be, the videos are also there, but it's more of kind of a blog, kind of keep track of some things. So make sure you check that out. I'll have some things about matches and everything there from time to time to keep the ratings going there. We'll see what 2020 brings. I think it's going to be a fantastic year for pro wrestling. I'm all in. I'm all in for pro wrestling 2020. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Keep watching, keep commenting. I love to interact with y'all. The more comments, the more fun I have with it. You know, just comment below, good, bad, indifferent. If you think AEW sucks, which there's some people out there, that's your opinion, we can talk about it. If you think NXT sucks, we can talk about it. If you think I'm just fucking horrible, we can talk about it. Regardless, we're going to talk about it. That's what we do. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.